Hey everyone, Chris Lucier here again with the Elm Wealth Management Group of Raymond James on another fun video. Today's topic is celebrities and their money. While those two things tend to go hand in hand, being a celebrity and having a lot of money, it doesn't necessarily mean that being a celebrity means that you know what to do with a lot of money. And there's a lot of cases over the course of recent history that show us just that. First example we can talk about is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has made over $300 million throughout the course of his boxing career, and yet in 2003 had to file bankruptcy. You might be thinking to yourself, how do you blow $300 million? Well, first and foremost, taxes take a big chunk out of that. And a lot of celebrities don't understand that when you're in those highest tax brackets, particularly if your locale also has additional taxes beyond federal or state, like local or city taxes, then the amount that you owe could be a lot more than you expect. So if you pre-spend the money based on an upfront deal, it can go pretty quickly. Back to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson once threw himself a birthday party for almost $600,000. He also bought a $2 million golden bathtub. Now, while that might be very nice to relax and recline in, is it a necessity? Probably not. Had he not done things like that, maybe he wouldn't have filed bankruptcy. And of course, suffered the public nightmare of going through that when you are a celebrity. So he credits his financial illiteracy. He takes the credit for that. He knows that he didn't do anything to help himself from an education standpoint, but he also trusted a whole slew of people around him to do things for him who were probably not very well qualified to do so. Because if you're buying $2 million golden bathtubs, somebody probably should have been around to say, this is kind of a silly idea, right? So another example is Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, another person who's made several $100 million over the course of his acting career, and yet in 2009 had to file bankruptcy. Why? How does that happen? Well, Nick Cage famously spent a lot of money on exorbitant things. Like one time he spent $276,000 on a dinosaur skull. He also bought a $150,000 pet octopus. And he bought a whole bunch of homes in different areas. And a lot of people, even you and I, might take out of the equation, when you buy a home, you have to factor in the property taxes that go along with that. Well, Nick Cage famously forgot, or maybe avoided, paying property taxes on a number of his properties. And when you do that over the course of a while, penalties also ensue. So he once got a $14 million property tax bill, and it was pretty tough to pay for old Nick Cage. So that's just another example there. And there's a whole bunch of other different ways that celebrities can mismanage their money, like not having a will. James Gandolfini famously passed away when he was on vacation, and his estate battled all kinds of different battles from his beneficiaries. Things just not lined up the way that he probably ideally would have wanted them to go. So having those things in place when you have a great deal of success is incredibly important. So there's a lot of other cases out there, even recently, tying yourself as a celebrity to or endorsing a particular product or asset class, like we've seen recently with cryptocurrency. A lot of celebrities in the midst of major lawsuits here in the 2020s, simply as a result of attaching themselves to things and getting endorsement deals, getting paid a lot of money for things that they really didn't understand what they were endorsing, or the repercussions for becoming the public face of something where people can also lose a whole bunch of money. So a lot of different cases out there. The main point is, whether you are a regular Joe Schmo or you're a celebrity, it generally pays to learn as much as you can and make yourself financially literate through things like watching these videos. So thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again soon. Chris Lucier with the Elm Wealth Management Group. Have a great day.